Seniors, let me ask you something simple but important. Why do so many people start believing that life is basically over after 65? Why do so many assume they're at the end, when in reality the human body is capable of functioning, and even improving, far later than most of us were ever told? The truth is this: 65 is not the end. In many ways, it's the beginning of a chapter where your wisdom, discipline, and habits matter more than ever. Your heart can still become stronger, your brain can still create new neural connections, and your muscles, yes, even at 75 or 80, can grow again. Studies on aging adults show that muscle can respond to training well into the 90s, and balance can improve at nearly any age when trained correctly. You are far more adaptable than you've been taught to believe. So why do so many seniors decline so quickly? Not because their bodies can't improve, but because their daily habits quietly tell the body to slow down. And over years, that message becomes louder than biology. And here's the part people don't talk about enough: walking alone is not enough to stop age-related decline. Walking is wonderful for your circulation, your joints, your mood, and your overall mobility. But research on older adults shows that walking does not prevent the two biggest dangers of aging. 1. Loss of strength, sarcopenia. 2. Loss of balance and stability. Harvard Medical School notes that older adults need more protein and more targeted strength. Balance training to maintain muscle mass. Walking doesn't sufficiently stimulate the muscle fibers that shrink with age. Source: Harvard Health Publishing. And major analyses of fall prevention programs show that structured balance plus functional training can reduce fall risk by 24 to 34%. Meta-analysis 2019 that means walking is good, but walking by itself leaves major gaps untouched. I'm sure many of you who walk every day have still noticed. Getting out of a low chair is harder. Turning too fast makes you unsteady. Stepping over obstacles feels risky. Your legs fatigue faster than they used to. You're worrying more about falling than you want to admit. That's not because you're doing something wrong. It's because walking doesn't challenge the parts of the body that weaken fastest with age: hip stabilizers, fast reflex muscles, deep core muscles, and balance control centers in the brain. But here's the good news: these systems respond extremely well to the right movements. Small, simple daily habits, ones that take less than a few minutes, can drastically improve your strength, stability, and confidence. Not with extreme workouts, not with machines, but with gentle, proven movements that retrain the parts of the body walking doesn't reach. That is exactly what this video is about. We're going to walk through 6 powerful morning habits backed by real physiology, real clinical experience, and real research. Habits that help seniors improve mobility, protect their joints, stay steadier on their feet, and feel younger throughout the day. Nothing extreme, nothing risky, just the habits that support the system's aging targets first. And before we go on, let me say this plainly: you don't need to be in shape to start. You don't need flexibility. You don't need strength. You only need willingness. I've worked with older adults for years, people in their 60s, 70s, even their 90s, and one thing I've learned is this: the body loves being given the right signals. When you move it, hydrate it, nourish it, and challenge your balance even a little bit, it wakes up, it adapts, it reorganizes, it gets stronger. Many people who start even the simplest routines notice changes in days or weeks: steadier steps, fewer stumbles, better mornings, more energy, and a confidence they haven't felt in years. So as we go through these habits, listen closely. You might hear one that feels small, but trust me, every big transformation in older adults begins with something small that is repeated every single day. Stick with me until the very end, because one of the upcoming habits, especially the one involving balance, has been shown in dozens of studies to significantly reduce the likelihood of dangerous falls. And if you're over 65, protecting yourself from falls is one of the most important things you can do for long-term independence. All right, Let's begin. Your body is waiting for the right signals. Your morning is the best moment to send them. And we're starting with habit number 6, one that almost every senior gets wrong. Let's begin with the first morning habit. And it's one almost every senior gets wrong without realizing it. When you wake up, your body isn't simply tired or groggy. It's in a specific state. You've been without water, without movement, and without sunlight for 7 to 9 hours. Your heart rate is low, your circulation is slower, your joints feel stiff, your balance system is recalibrating, and your brain is shifting from night mode to day mode. What you do in the first hour after waking sets the entire tone for your day, your energy, your clarity, your mobility, even your appetite. This brings us to habit number 6, gentle hydration first thing in the morning. Now, hydration doesn't add years to your life instantly, and it doesn't cure diseases. But here's what is real measurable and extremely helpful. Research shows that older adults are more prone to mild dehydration in the morning, because the sense of thirst becomes weaker with age. Many seniors simply don't drink enough water during the first half of the day, which can lead to dizziness, lower energy, headaches, sluggish digestion, and even reduced alertness. A large review from the European Hydration Institute notes that even mild dehydration can affect memory, reaction time, and balance, all functions older adults rely on. And basic physiology confirms that when you wake up, your blood volume is slightly lower because you've lost water through breathing overnight. Drinking a glass of water in the morning helps restore fluid balance, supports circulation, and prepares your body for movement. So here's the simple habit. Drink a glass of water, room temperature, within the first 30 minutes of waking. Why room temperature? Because cold water can feel harsh on an empty stomach, and very warm water is slower to drink. Room temperature water is gentle, easy to absorb, and less likely to irritate digestion. This doesn't need to be 16 ounces. It doesn't have to be measured perfectly. Just commit to a full glass, enough to wake your system and get things moving. Many seniors report that once they start drinking water right away, they feel more alert, steadier, and less stiff during their morning routine. If plain water feels boring, add a squeeze of lemon or drink herbal tea. Both are safe ways to hydrate early in the day. Just avoid starting your morning with only coffee. Caffeine is fine in moderation, but it shouldn't be the first fluid your body sees after 6 to 8 hours of sleep. And here is something subtle but powerful. The act of hydrating immediately communicates to your body that the day is beginning. It's a small routine that clears the fog and prepares your metabolism gently. Once your body is hydrated, it is ready for the second habit. And this one is incredibly important for seniors because it influences your brain, your sleep, your balance, and your mood. This is habit number 5. Getting morning light within the first hour of waking. Natural light is one of the strongest signals your brain uses to set your internal clock, your circadian rhythm. This internal clock regulates your hormones, energy levels, alertness, digestion, and even your balance reflexes throughout the day. When you receive morning light, your brain reduces melatonin, increases alertness hormones, and activates the daytime repair and function mode. This isn't speculation. It's basic chronobiology. Studies from universities including Harvard and Stanford show that morning light strengthens circadian rhythms, improves sleep quality, and supports daytime alertness. Stronger circadian rhythms are associated with better cognitive performance in older adults and lower risk of nighttime confusion or sleep disruptions. You don't need sunlight blasting through your window. You don't need perfect weather. Even indirect daylight on a cloudy morning is many times stronger than indoor lighting. Exposure can be as simple as sitting near a window while you drink your morning water, opening your blinds fully, stepping outside for 2 to 3 minutes, standing on your porch, a balcony, taking your first few breaths of fresh air near daylight. Just a few minutes is enough to tell your brain, it's time to be awake, focused, and stable. Why does this matter for seniors? because many older adults develop irregular sleep patterns, waking too early, napping too long, or feeling wide awake at night. Morning light helps reset these patterns, and research shows that strong circadian rhythms support better balance and reaction time throughout the day, both essential for reducing fall risk. You may already know this intuitively. Many seniors report that when they let natural light in early, their mood improves, their mornings feel smoother, and they feel more present in their day. Hydration wakes the body. Light wakes the brain. These two habits together take less than 2 minutes, cost nothing, and gently activate your body's natural systems in a way no supplement, gadget, or fancy routine can replicate. But now, it's time for one of the most important morning habits for physical independence, the one that protects your muscles from age-related decline. Because starting your day with this simple change can support strength in a way walking alone never will. Now that your body and brain are awake, we're moving into the habit that has the biggest effect on maintaining independence as you age. This is the habit that protects your muscles, supports your joints, and keeps everyday tasks like getting out of chairs, climbing steps, or carrying groceries from becoming harder with time. This is habit number 4. Eat meaningful protein within the first couple hours of waking. Let us make one thing clear from the start. You don't need an extreme amount of protein, and you certainly don't need powders or supplements unless you choose to. But research from organizations like Harvard Health, Tufts University, and groups studying age-related muscle loss all agree on one fact. Older adults need more high-quality protein than younger adults to maintain muscle. After about age 60, the body becomes less efficient at building and repairing muscle. It's a natural process called anabolic resistance. The good news: this process responds extremely well to 2 things: protein spaced evenly throughout the day, protein eaten earlier, not all at night. Why earlier? Because your body has been fasting overnight. Your muscles are primed for nutrients. Your digestive system is more responsive. And eating sufficient protein in the morning helps prevent what many older adults experience without realizing it: your body breaking down its own muscle tissue to fuel normal functions. You don't need a big meal. You don't need perfection. You just need a source of complete protein in the morning. Here are realistic, senior-friendly options. 2 eggs, a bowl of Greek yogurt, a cottage cheese cup, peanut butter on whole grain toast, a cup of lentils or beans if you prefer plant-based, a small portion of fish, chicken, if that fits your routine. Even 15 to 25 grams in the morning can make a noticeable difference over time. Many older adults report that once they add morning protein, they feel steadier on their feet, less shaky between meals, and more energetic by midday. That's because protein supports muscle tissue, blood sugar stability, and satiety. And here's what physical therapists often notice: the seniors who maintain strength the longest into their 70s, 80s, and beyond are almost always the ones who eat enough protein and do regular strength or balance training. Protein supports the tissue. Movement tells the tissue what to do. Which brings us to habit number 3, balance training every morning. Balance isn't just not falling. Balance is a skill that lives inside your nervous system. It relies on your eyes, your inner ear, the joints in your ankles and hips, and the communication pathways between your brain and your body. Like any skill, balance fades when it's not practiced, but the incredible thing is, it improves at any age, including 80, 85, or 90, when trained properly. Walking doesn't challenge balance in the way your body truly needs. When you walk, each footstep is predictable. Your body moves forward in a straight line. But real life is full of curves, turns, uneven ground, unexpected movements, and tiny shifts in weight that require stability. That's why almost every successful senior training program includes some form of simple balance practice. We're talking about gentle, accessible exercises like standing on one leg while lightly holding a counter, shifting your weight from left to right with slow control, heel-to-toe walking along a straight line, light head turns while standing still, slow stepping over very small obstacles, These movements wake up the balance pathways that often go quiet with age. Even practicing for 30 seconds to 2 minutes in the morning can make a meaningful difference. Many older adults say that after a week or two, they feel more confident stepping into the shower, walking on grass, turning quickly, or going down curbs. Why morning? Because your balance system recalibrates after sleep. Morning practice helps set a stable foundation for the rest of your day. It's like telling your nervous system, stay alert, stay aware, stay steady. I've seen this in countless older adults over the years. People who once felt unsteady walking outside suddenly felt more in control. People who used to grab the wall when they turned from the kitchen counter found themselves standing taller. Nothing extreme, no gym, just consistent balance practice. Another reason this habit matters so much is simple. You cannot rebuild confidence without using the systems that give you confidence. Balance training works because it meets your body where it is. You don't need to be athletic. You don't need to be flexible. You don't need perfection. You just need to try. You can hold onto a countertop. You can pause whenever you want. You can move slowly. Balance training rewards patience. And when you combine morning protein with morning balance, something powerful happens. Protein feeds the muscles that support your movement. Balance training teaches the muscles how to coordinate and stabilize. Together, they create a foundation that walking alone cannot provide. Hydration wakes the body. Light wakes the brain. Protein wakes the muscles. Balance wakes the entire movement system. In the next section, we move into 2 more habits, ones that strengthen your joints, protect your nervous system, and calm your body so you begin your day from a place of control instead of stress. Whenever you're ready, let's move forward. Now that your muscles, balance system, and metabolism are awake, it's time for 2 habits that complete your morning foundation. These are the habits that prepare your joints for the day, protect your nervous system, and help you move with calm control instead of stiffness or hesitation. Neither one requires equipment, neither one requires intensity, and both are especially powerful for older adults because they target the parts of the body that age quietly, the joints, the deep stabilizer muscles, and the systems that regulate stress and focus. This brings us to habit number 2, a gentle strength and stability movement. Think of this as your body's morning activation switch. When most seniors imagine strength training, they picture heavy weights or machines. But the kind of strength that protects you as you age is much simpler. The ability to push, brace, stabilize, and support your own body. And one of the safest and most effective ways to wake up these systems is through a gentle wall push, countertop press. Here's how to do it. Stand facing a wall with your hands flat at shoulder height. Step back slightly so your body forms a straight line. Now lean in and push into the wall, not with maximum force, not with strain, but with steady, intentional pressure. You'll feel your chest, shoulders, core, and legs gently activate. Hold for a few seconds, release, and repeat. This movement does something valuable. It tells your deep stabilizer muscles to switch on to being relaxed all night. These muscles support your posture, protect your spine, and help you stay stable when reaching, bending, or catching your balance. If you've ever felt wobbly first thing in the morning, it's often because these muscles are slow to activate after sleep. Physical therapists frequently use light pushing and bracing exercises like this because they strengthen the body without putting stress on aging joints. They can also help older adults feel more stable when walking, turning, or climbing stairs. Many people who struggle with morning stiffness find that after a week of gentle wall pushes, it becomes easier to get moving in the morning because their muscles wake up sooner. Another optional variation is the countertop lean. Stand at a counter, place your hands on it, step your feet back slightly, and hold your body steady like a shallow incline plank. This lightly activates the same muscle groups but distributes the pressure differently. These movements aren't designed to build big muscles. They're designed to keep your daily movements safe, coordinated, and supported. When practiced consistently, they improve posture, make walking feel more secure, and reduce the tight and fragile feeling some people experience in the morning. But now, we reach the final habit. And this one ties everything together. It doesn't target your muscles. It targets something just as important, your nervous system, the control center that decides whether your body spends the day in tension or in repair mode. This is habit number 1, a short, calm breathing routine to reset your morning stress baseline. Before you skip this one, let me tell you something important. As we age, our ability to regulate stress becomes less flexible. The body becomes more reactive, small frustrations hit harder. The mind feels busier, sleep feels lighter. It's not your imagination. This is a documented part of aging physiology. But the nervous system can still adapt beautifully when given the right signals. Slow, deep breathing first thing in the morning has been shown in multiple studies too. Lower resting heart rates improve emotional regulation, support better focus. Calm morning tension enhance balance and steadiness indirectly by reducing muscle tightness, improve heart rate variability, a key measure of stress resilience. And here's the part older adults often overlook. Breathing patterns directly influence physical stability. When you breathe quickly or shallowly, your muscles tense. When you breathe deeply and slowly, your body releases some of that tension, allowing smoother movement. A simple routine you can try is this. Inhale for a count of 4. Hold gently for 2. Exhale slowly for a count of 6. You don't need long holds. You don't need anything extreme. Just 3 to 5 slow breaths, that's all. This style of breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the system responsible for calmness, digestion, and recovery. It's the opposite of the fight or flight response. It shifts your body from alert and tense to focused and steady. Many seniors are surprised by how effective this is. Some describe feeling their shoulders relax almost immediately. Others notice their balance improves because their body isn't as tense. Some simply feel clearer, calmer, and more ready for the day. And once this becomes a habit, your mornings begin from a place of control instead of stress. When you combine all 6 morning habits: hydration, light exposure, morning protein, balance practice, gentle stability training, and steady breathing, you create a routine your body understands deeply. You send signals of clarity, strength, nourishment, and calm. You give your muscles something to respond to. You give your joints warmth and activation. You give your brain a morning rhythm that supports the day instead of fighting it. And remember, you don't need to start with all 6. Start with 1. Add another. Let your routine grow slowly. The seniors who stay independent the longest aren't the ones who push hardest. They're the ones who stay consistent, the ones who build small, simple habits into the structure of their mornings, the ones who treat aging not as something that happens to them, but as something they can influence. Your future strength begins with how you start your day. And today, you now have a gentle, realistic blueprint to support your body every single morning.